everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about the Lucifer Season 5 trailer. Now, Lucifer, as many people know, got canceled off of Fox around its third season, and it got picked up by Netflix. Netflix funded the season 4. Much shorter season. I believe the other seasons on TV were like 20-something episodes. The Netflix show was like 10, so much shorter. It's like cut it in half and brought them all back. And they did season 4, and there was a little bit of a patch there where no one really knew what was going on with the show. Would they just get that 4th season and call it a wrap? And it was revealed that Tom Ellis, the guy who plays Lucifer, was signed on for more seasons. At least we're thinking more seasons. It might just be this season. But anywho, Lucifer Season 5 trailer is here. So we finally got a peek into what we are going to look forward to. Now, I have had mixed feelings about Lucifer. I haven't really loved the show since maybe the first season, since season 2, like midway in season 2, because to me the show just started to get way too soap opera-y. It was fun at first, but to me they try to have their cake and eat it too with Lucifer. They try to have him be simultaneously an idiot and simultaneously the smartest man in the room at the same time, and that just doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it just comes off like, oh, so he's whatever you guys want him to be when you want him to be it. One moment he's a badass, the next moment he's an imbecile. One moment he's the devil and, you know, he doesn't really care. The next moment he's emotional. Like they try to have their cake and eat it too with him. And it never really quite ever makes sense, because you think to yourself, well, he's the devil. He's been on Earth so long. I don't see how he's so incompetent in social situations, considering that they've shown on multiple occasions that he's been on Earth having conversations with Hitler and shit. So he's been on Earth many times over his life. I don't know how he's such an incompetent in conversation. But, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, the drama, like, it started to become more of a drama. It started to become more soapy, and it started to be less fantastical and less comic booky, and like I said, it started to be less of that and more like I said, a soap opera. And the last season was okay. Like, the last season was not too bad. You know, I liked it better than I did season 3. I can tell you that for fucking much. But I was like I said, I had a mixed bag on Lucifer. I quit. Like, I quit. I straight up went cold turkey. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done. Seth drugged me back. Because it was on Netflix. He drugged me back. He fucking drugged me back. And then I was like, fuck it. Okay. Alright. I got nothing to do. Fine. And I just watched it. And I watched it from the point I stopped in season 2 all the way up. And I hated season 3. I mean, from season 3. And I hated season 3. And I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. And then I watched season 4. And I was like, that was better. But shit, it's still not as good as season 1. Because season 1 had so much mystery, it was more comic booky, there was more things going on. I remember when a Metadale would show up in that outfit and the wings and time would slow down and you just wouldn't, like, it was like this, like season 3 was so much, 1 was so comic booky, and then it just got so melodramatic. Like I said, it got so melodramatic, it got so CW, and like that's when I jumped off board. But anywho, the trailer for season 5 looks interesting. One of the big debates me and Seth have always had is, where the fuck is Michael? Seth's a huge DC guy. If you've been following me long enough, you know that Seth is a big DC guy. And he goes on verbatim about how Michael and Lucifer are like twin brothers, and they're like the two powerfulest angels on the planet. You know, they're like beyond like Superman level powerful beings. And they're supposed to be a big deal, Michael and Lucifer. And the fact that they haven't even mentioned Michael makes it a bit like, well, why haven't you mentioned Michael? Season 4, spoiler alert, ended with Lucifer going back to hell because he realized that, basically, with no one down in hell, hell went fucking nuts and found a way to get back to Earth. So it was like, shit, I gotta go back down there to keep shit in line, because if I'm not down there, who's to say that these fuckers won't figure out another way to get back up here? So I need to go back down to hell and look over the fucking riffraff before they find a way to creep themselves back up here. And that's basically what happened. That's pretty much 99% what happened. So, that's how it ended. And like for a little bit there, people thought that maybe that is just how it's gonna end. And then like the trailer comes, and then this season starts, and you see Lucifer back. Like, it seems like they're gonna do this thing, which a lot of shows do when the main character goes away to do something or dies or something. They did the same thing with Buffy. At the end, I can't remember which season it was, but there was a certain season where Buffy died, and like they spent a whole lot of the first like episode and without her there. without her in it, and it was kind of like a life without her kind of thing. They do that in every show. Every show where the main character gets killed or captured or disappears, there's like this scratch up period where they're like, well, this is life without him. And it seems like that's what they're gonna do with this season 5 too. Is gonna be like, this is life without Lucifer, and then be like, and now he's back. And he's back, and he's more loving, and he's more caring, and they're like, oh, he's back now, and you know, and all these other things. And it turns out, he's not Lucifer. He's Michael. And I was like, you fuckers! You motherfuckers! But obviously, eventually Lucifer shows back up. Odd thing is, Michael doesn't have his wings, and Lucifer does, which is curious to me. Which is very curious to me. I'm wondering what that means, because, like, it is a weird thing. I'm like, why doesn't Michael have his wings? And you know they're gonna make some way to make Michael the bad guy, but you know it's gonna be like, oh, he's trying to steal Chloe and all this other shit. As long as like I said, can him and Chloe just get together already? I hate when they do this in shows, and I know you do it. I know you do it so you can build up to it, but it is so annoying sometimes when they do it too long. When you do it too long, I'm just like, I don't fucking care anymore. When they do that thing where you know two characters gonna end up together, you know they're setting this up, and then they go forever and a day without doing it. I mean, I guess it's better than the alternative, like like Arrow, where Felicity and Oliver got together, and you're like, oh, and at the beginning you were like, oh, this is great. This is great. And then they ran that shit into the ground so bad, on and off, on and off, on and off, that eventually you're like, I don't even fucking care anymore, dude. I don't care. I don't care. Like, that's what you felt like in the end. You're just like, I don't care. Like, and that's how I feel about, you know, and that's how I kind of feel about the Chloe and Lucifer thing. I'm just like, I don't really care, man. You guys have fucking lingered this shit on for so long that I'm just like, I don't care if you get together or not, man. And ever since, I might be saying his name wrong. I know I'm probably am. I think his name's Tom Ellis. Ever since Tom Ellis went on and said that, oh, well, if Chloe and Lucifer got together, then the show would pretty much be over, wouldn't it? I'm like, no, it wouldn't be over. No. You can tell more new, different stories with them as a couple. But no. Fuck that. But anywho, I am intrigued. Like, there are other things in the trailer, but that's the big thing. Everything else is shit you've already known and shit you've already seen. Same kind of drama, same kind of shit. But this is the big thing. Michael is finally being introduced into the Lucifer universe as his twin brother, played by Tom Ellis, which is good, you know. He's his twin brother, so it's kind of cool. And I'm curious to see how he's going to play him differently and how he's going to do it differently. Because Tom Ellis should have enough practice playing enough characters. The man's had, like, multiple pilots. Anybody remember that show he was on called Rush, where he was like a doctor? Man, that man's had a lot of pilots, man. I feel bad for that dude. That dude's been on a lot of shows and just canceled. But anywho, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Are you excited for Lucifer Season 5? It's coming out in August, by the way, so look out for that. Thank you guys for joining me on the Comic Game Movie Show again. See you in the next one.